How's everybody doing? It's Wednesday afternoon. It means we get some creative time. We get some time to flex our creative side, our builder side, exercise a little bit of creative muscle, and generally work on whatever big build we've got going on the VC3 Test Server. Right now, that big build is the Cathedral. I've been working on it for a long time. I've just had some kind of slight revisions come up in my mind on the project I want to work on next. Today, I actually want to work on the library part of it. And I think I've already expanded how I want to design that library a little bit. I'm going to make it a bit more square, a little less rectangle, basically. Which means some slight revisions. But that's fine. That's fine. I just realized. Hang on a sec. Nope, don't like that one. That's a little less busy. Chat will be easier to read. Let's see. We've got Shadowstar WDS and Greylock holding down as moderators today. We've actually got Thomas Stacy, who's watching. We've got Gabro. We've got Art Stolzenberg and Peak81. I want to test something real quick. Let me see if I can do this. Let me do... Let's see if Nightbot's paying attention. Shall we? Gonna go grab a beer. Be right back, says JVB. Did that do anything? I don't know, maybe it did. Let's see. I'm trying to add some people as regulars, some of the people that are actually in the channel constantly, that chat with me a lot, and hang out, that support me in various methods. Regulars can do stuff like post links, hyperlinks, whereas normal folks can't. It keeps the trolls out. Keeps the porn websites out. So, but I trust these people. I'm still figuring out some of the Nightbot commands, but slowly but surely, I'm getting better and better at it. The problem is that there's a lot of stuff that's inherently more complicated on the YouTube side than on the Twitch side. So like nobody has a username. The universal ID for everybody is their channel ID or their channel address, URL basically, which is cumbersome at best, horrible at worst, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So that's what I'm experimenting with. Streamstar's wife calls saying don't work, be back in a bit. Sorry, Shadowstar. He'll be back in a little while. Never fear. I'm going to switch over to get footage. Wait a minute. I need to make a slight alteration to something real quick. Because it's still... I need to make a separate scene setup for Overwatch is what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Okay, so let's do... Ooh, there we go. Much better. Here we are. I actually don't need that. This is what we're building with right now. And I'm going to make a slight alteration to things. We really got the roof hammered out. We still have to poke some holes in it for the skylights. I don't feel like working on that today. Everybody's here and everybody's leaving. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Jedco. Let's see if that works. So this is basically what I've been working with up until this point. I need to finish this out here real quick. The big problem is let's do this. Nope. Okay. These, for the front steps, don't work. I also need a different landing here. I'm going to leave those under that because nobody's going to see. But I need... Oh, whatever. Let's turn this on. I'm working by myself today, so that's fine. I hope everybody's doing good today on this fine Wednesday afternoon. I really do look forward to Wednesdays now, so much so because I get to exercise that creative brain side of me. Everybody gets to participate. Lots of people pitch in good ideas. Periodically, we get somebody stuck on the factor of an idea that just doesn't work with the project, but fine. Different folks have different ideas, and that's the whole point of this series, as it were. This is on the Vaygrim's Chance 3 Test Server. You can see some other builds going on over there in the distance. This is on the Vaygrim's Chance 3 Test Server. And basically, the Vaygrim's Chance 3 Test Server, as the name says, is for testing new versions of the actual mod pack. Hey, IguanaTube, what's going on? And, yep, we got Jedco. We got a lot of supporters in the channel here today. The wife's here. In and out to even more adulting. The wife is actually one of the things she's been trying to find is a place where I can get merchandise stores set up. T-shirts and stuff like that. I've tried Spreadshirt, but I'm not impressed with the quality of Spreadshirt across the board. We tried Teespring and done some Teespring campaigns, but the big thing about Teespring campaigns is that a lot of people don't join in on them because they don't have the money right then. They want to be able to buy stuff at their leisure. So I'm trying to find some website, some service that actually has quality goods that's not crazy expensive. That's the hard part. Where I can set up a good web store because I have a lot of ideas. We already have a lot of designs and stuff that I do. I have the Vaygrim t-shirt. I'm trying to get some art made for the Coop Street Mafia design. I got a lot of ideas in my head, needless to say. That's one of the things she's working on behind the scenes. One of the carpenter's tools allows you to remove blocks from the carpenter's block. Yeah, you're right, Thomas Stacy. It's the hammer. The hammer actually does do that. Periodically, though, I get lazy and I break things. I've got some, thank you. Coffee Berry is making a pass through the office. Minecraft needs some sort of hybrid mode between creative and spectator. A ghost mode that lets you place blocks. Redbubble is another place to think about. Okay. We'll take a look at it. This block isn't going to work for the design because I want the steps to stand out a little bit from the front, and I don't want it to be the same pattern as the front wall. That's a pattern, that's an issue I've been having. I'm not going to use that. I got too many of those. Let's see. Don't need multiples of that. Don't need multiples of that, and I actually don't need that on the bar right now. Let's clear that out. I'm just going to do this. And I actually don't need that. But these are the things it's going to be going up against. And what I think I'm going to do... Vaygrim, are you considering updating mechanism for VC3 to V9? It has a lot of cool new features, and mainly their textures look way nicer. IguanaTube, I actually think you've asked this question before. If you have not, I apologize, but somebody has. Basically, it depends. It's going to have to be those things where, okay, you have to do it. Because I need to think about what I want to do for the steps. Do I want this floor? Because I could. I can't use... This is the thing, is that I kind of don't want... This has connective textures, right? So for the stairs, I want something that doesn't have connective textures, that normally has a repeating pattern, that looks more like a kind of a weathered, like... See? That looks like it's got a good, even pattern. The pattern looks good on the stairs. The pattern does not break up strangely or unevenly. If you look at this carpeting's pattern, technically it breaks. You see how it breaks weird right across the top? The only saving grace is that when you're looking down, it kind of completes the pattern for you. Or if you're looking at it from the front, it kind of it makes that pattern kind of work. Over here, this looks all good independent, all standalone. It looks washed out. The tone is slightly different from the wall behind it. The speckle pattern is slightly different from the wall behind it. But it looks like it's seen some weather. I kind of like that. But I'm going to put that right there as a reminder. And I'm going to toss that. Do you still get the speed boost from concrete? And would it work with a carpenter's block? Actually, you get it from concrete, not from concrete on carpenter's blocks. Same. I'm going to go slow. Wee slow. That's one of the reasons why I don't like concrete. I put it on carpenter's blocks if I'm going to use it. Because carpenter's blocks basically turns that effect off. I think it will be fine. I've seen someone flawlessly update, but mod packs act weird. You never knows. That's 100% true, Iguanatube. But it is in the works. We're planning on it. Yes, I have not ruled it out. Because Aiden C. Brady is handling it better from 8 to 9 than he did from 7 to 8. 7 to 8 was a massive fiasco, in my opinion. Okay. One thing I want to change already that I already know I'm going to swap out, but I'm going to do it with a swapping wand or something, is I don't want Holy Stone in here. I want a different floor. This is actually going to be Great Wood. Where is it? Nope. Yeah, no. There it is. Why do I have you? Building one. I already have a building one. Swapping one. So, like, I'm... I'm just going to go ahead and swap these all out so we can... There we go. I'm trying to make sure I don't get the room next door. Okay. This is going to be a darker, it's going to be a warmer room. It's going to have more earth tones and more woods that are going to be used with some kind of lavish gold accents. So I don't want a Holy Stone floor in here. It doesn't fit the mood. It seemed, I want it to feel more enclosed, more encased, more, you know, surrounding you, enveloping you kind of a thing. I have so much crap in my inventory. I don't need. Let's get a whole bunch of this stuff and toss it. None of it's important right now. Look at that. Definitely not. Definitely not. No. Okay. So, the problem right now, as it stands, what is that? Oh, that's the roof line. Ugh. Okay, the problem as it stands right now is this thing is kind of a squashed rectangle. It is a rectangle that's been rounded off on the back ends. KC's here, says hello and happy Wednesday, folks. Thank you very much, KC. Let's see. Gabro says, do you still get that? No, I read that. Big change for the better. Yay. Okay. So, basically, there's supposed to be a distinctly different feel from this room to the other side of things. Just like we have over here, we're gonna have kind of Also changed my mind on this. I'm not going to do that there. This is going to be a garden. We're going to have a garden here. It's going to have little green parts. It's going to have a path that's going to wind around and through here. This is going to actually be replaced with wood, carpenter's blocks so that I can put wood paneling on the inside. And I'm going to make a little bit of a roof that comes up over. So basically, when you're standing here, there will be a little bit of an overhang in closing. We're going to have some kind of candles hanging around. This is supposed to be kind of darker, more secluded, more secretive, you know? So this is going to be kind of an outside garden space that's going to have a different feel than this right here. This is still going to be a big kind of, you know, cathedral space with a mosaic right here and some little kind of a, not altar, but a kind of a, you know, a step up, a dais of some kind with some, you know, artifacts or some symbology there. When you come in here, this is supposed to be a big library. We're going to use all the different kinds of bookshelves that they have from like Domcraft and stuff like that. I don't want to make it compact enough. I don't want to make it too compact because then you won't have space to actually walk around on the upper floors. So I'm going to widen out the footprint a little bit here. So we have just this line, this boom line right here that I am actually going to change slightly. First of all, I'm actually going to bring it out a little bit more because I need more rounded edge right here. And then I'm going to actually get this entire back end and move it this way. I want... Let's see if I can demonstrate... Actually, no. Let's just do some quick corrective building here. We're going to have a pretty big crypt under this place. I think it's going to be very cool. Okay, let's lop the corners off. These rounded corners. And you will see method to my madness. You will see what I'm doing quite soon enough. Okay, so if this goes all the way out like this, witchery for the altar, maybe. Actually, thinking about it, I could use the witchery altar as that centerpiece because it's a 2x3, I think it is, or something like that. Anyway, I think it'll work fine. Yeah. I think witchery will be a really, really good solution for that. Okay, we're gonna bring this up. Now here's gonna be the hitch. I'm gonna lop one off of either side of this. Still not gonna be big enough. We're gonna have to bring these outer walls out. So that's gonna be the question is... How much do I need to bring these out? Let's do some experimentation real quick, shall we? Woohoo! Let's go up here. I know mentally what I want. It is replicating that desire digitally. That is the internal problem. So sometimes it takes a little bit of planning. To get to a good final result. That looks better. Which means that the outside wall is going to expand all the way over to here. First, let's pull this Whoops. This thing's gonna be big. It's gonna be very big. I've got multiple, oh god, multiple floors planned. What is that? Is that a wolf? I think that's a wolf. Okay. Yep, that's a wolf. So I'm redesigning suddenly a big chunk of this. Why? Well, I have an idea for something that I think will look a lot better. I think it'll be more inspiring. I don't know, interesting visually of a build. Oh god, I went way too far. Hang on a sec. Nothing to undo. Okay, fine. I just got too carried away. Woohoo! Clickety, clickety, clickety. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to bring this farther around and over, right? I'm going to have 4 spires at the corner of this kind of slightly rounded edge, but it's mostly going to be a square donut. It's going to look like this. And in the middle, I actually want to have a courtyard. I want to have slightly different kind of wings, different parts of it. Towards the back, we'll do some of the dustier, older cobweb books and some of the bookshelves that have, like, you know, skulls sitting on them and stuff like that. Towards the front, we'll use some of the brighter bookshelves that have better looking books. Or we can put the dustier stuff on the higher floors. Last weekend, when adding the roof, certain tiles were colored darker to represent the weathered effect. Would that effect work on the front stairs? Actually, yes, it would. It's just an issue of... well, actually, that's the thing, though, is that I actually kind of want it different on the front steps than I do on the roof. I want it to be more faded, not darker. Does that make sense? So, I have to figure out how I want to do that. So, okay, basically what I want to do... I need to get a measuring tape. Measure? One of those. Yes, please. Thank you. Let's do there. All the way down. Whoa. That's 44. Okay, so, in theory... I want to get this. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go down here. This should be 20. $27. 34. I can count. I swear it's just easier doing it this way. 44. There we go. Right there, 44. So then we go like this. We do one of those. We do this. And in theory, this should be 44 blocks this way. Once I get this down, you will start to see the method behind my madness. I hope. Nine. This is going to be big. The more I build on this, the bigger it gets, and that's exactly how cathedrals work. Whoops. 44. Nailed it. Kinda. Boop. 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 And that should line up abso-factly, positively. So, okay, here's what I'm looking at, right? There's going to be a giant, kind of rounded corner square. There's going to be a small, literally probably like 6 blocks by 6 blocks courtyard. that you're going to be standing in the middle. It's going to be an outdoor courtyard. You'll be able to look straight up and see the sky. A little bit of a garden hidden in there, just a little bit. We'll maybe make a little 2x2, kind of like a statue thing in the middle or something. Could you do anything with intangible deities? That is actually not for 1710. We're still on 1710, Thomas Stacy. Good idea, though. Nintendo fan, what's going on, man? So yeah, basically, I want to make sure I have enough space to do spiral staircases to the higher levels. I want to make sure I have enough space to actually have railing that you can look over to the lower floors at certain points. I have a lot of ideas. But this is basically what I have been visualizing. And then we do pop, and then we do pop, pop. We put this here, and then we connect this with that. It should connect, first of all. And second of all, it should be 44 blocks. Hi, Mr. Wolf. How are you? Oh, there's another wolf. They're looking at me. Nailed it. Woohoo! That is the outline for the Great Library. I need to sink this wall in a whole bunch. I need to basically shrink this back to like... probably going to have to be equidistant from the wall. So we're going to have to do something like... Okay, that's 24. $18 right there. Hammering the floor with my measuring tape. Let's go all the way across here. Ah. Oh yeah, no, that's good actually. I need to get rid of this anyway. Need to pull this back a whole bunch because it's not supposed to be here anymore. We need to expand the floor, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, get this. There we go. It's going to be a really big structure. It's going to be very, very large. Yeah, Direwolf sent his minions out to spy on me. Most likely, JVB, most likely. Needs more dirt house, says Daniel. Actually, there are going to be buried bones, Jedco. Actually, no, we don't have World Edit. I've never known how to use World Edit, Thomas. I've never actually had to mess with it. So, yeah, World Edit it's not beyond me. I just never had to hassle with it. So I just kind of do it manually. Maybe it's a little old school. It might be a little time consuming for some people, but I actually kind of like doing this way because A, it allows for more precision. B, it gives me time to actually think about stuff while I'm halfway through making things. If that makes any kind of an idea. I mean, it's sense. You start getting an idea, and you get an idea, and you start to implement that idea, and then about halfway through implementing it, you're like, oh, wait, this isn't going to work, and you back up a little bit. Okay, so... all this stuff's not going to work. It will actually back here towards the wall, but I want to measure out. I want equal distance. So we're just gonna blank it out. I'll end up redoing some of this work. It's fine. I appreciate you all bearing with me on this. But I do think it's going to be much more fabulous when we get through with it. Okay. Clear all of this out. At least at and above floor level. So, we have nice fresh. This was a mistake somebody did with the builder's wand. We have a nice fresh canvas to work with here. Okay. Much bigger library. Much, much bigger. Nintendo Fan is watching Nintendo's E3 press conference. Don't hold your breath, dude. Daniel says, is the Great Library going to have a semi-secret sub-level with forbidden, arcane, sacrificial altar, and an alchemy lab? Actually, Daniel, you do not know how correct you are. The Great Library is going to have the entrances to the catacombs underneath the actual church. Part of the catacombs are going to be the crypt, which is basically going to be a lot of, like, sarcophagi and skeletons on shelves, indented into walls and things like this. And, yeah, that's basically going to be a big chunk of it. Down in the actual catacombs, I want to hide some stuff like a blood altar and maybe some of the witchery stuff that you're not supposed to mess with. Things like that. Yeah. Don't have Botania in the pack, Thomas. You won't say because it's a secret. This is the reason why I love the Destruction Wand from Extra Utils too. Yeah, it's a good idea, Joseph. That's a good point. Okay, so it's one of the reasons why I like this Builder's Wand, though. It actually has 9... Yeah, no, I'm sorry, 2 undo states. Slightly above. Actually, I can just do... Okay. Real quick, like, World Edit is super fast. But real quick, like, we just do a little bit of work with Builder's Wand. And then before we know it, we actually have a wonderful foundation to work with. Boom. There we go. So now we have equal distance. It was 18 blocks from that wall. So if I measure right here, we do... Ah. $16, $17, $18, right? Now if we go over here, I'm getting good at that. 18. 14. 15. Okay, so now it would be... Boop. 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 And you'll see what the method to my madness is, basically. I hope. Oh, I did these too high. Okay, that's fine. I don't need these after this point anyway. Now, just to make sure, though... Whoops. Yeah, 18. Okay. So it would actually be... Perfect. Bring this over here. Is it a square? It is. That's the inner courtyard. Yeah, I meant block higher. I figured it out. Sorry. But that's fine. That's actually this at the top part. This part up here is actually not technically floor level for the entire room. What you're going to have is those doors back there against that wall at the top end of the screen. Those doors are actually going to be slightly high. They're going to be the level they're at, which is the floor level for the room behind that wall. But they're going to go down a couple of steps. So the entire room is going to slope down from the outer wall to the inner wall a little bit. It's going to be like a step down and then a couple of blocks and a step down. I actually want it to be lower on the courtyard end than it is on the outside wall. Floor level at the outside wall is going to be higher. So it's not just going to be a flat floor, because flat floors are boring. No indentured servants today. Nope, it's just me. I'm flying solo. So yeah, this is one block higher, but that's fine. That's fine. So basically, let's do 3. 4. Let's do 4. All the way around. And then we go... I don't need you anymore. Go away. I don't know if this is even remotely interesting for you people to watch. Periodically I get in the zone and I want to do something. I am sorry about that. But I'm hoping that the final result will be entertaining, if not the actual building process itself. Oh god. Okay. So. Now if we go... 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Two, 3, 4. And I would probably do something like this in the corners, just so it's not a hard edge. Whoops. Dun, 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 dun. You get the point, you get the point. Okay. So then right up against this edge, right here, would be stairs down. And there'd be another floor below that. Now, I might only take it down one step, but I want at least that one step down into the library, so to speak. Building the coolest thing ever. It's empowering and a thrill like no other. Yeah, this is the VC3 Test Server. Basically, this is the test server that I use to test my mod pack. It is also the server that my YouTube gaming sponsors and my Patreons have access to. If you support me here on YouTube Gaming by clicking that little sponsor button down below, then basically as soon as you do that, I will add you to the books, so to speak, for gaining access to the VC3 Test Server. Now, option number 2 is to do it on Patreon, and Patreon is only once a month. But I can do it dynamically right then with YouTube Gaming. But this is actually the test server. This is a free build dimension that we have. It does not grant you creative or anything. I'm still figuring that one out. I might have to employ some command blocks or something for that. But basically, it's a free build dimension. You can come here, you can set up and build whatever space you want to outside of this little perimeter line. See, somebody else has got some building going on over there. They've got some, it looks like it's going to be a tower of some kind. Somebody built a house. That's an eerie biome that looks ugly. You get it. It's the thing. So this is basically where I'm building this massive thing. It's a big, peaceful, eternally noon zone. It's not supposed to be eternally noon. I need to fix that. But whatever. Yeah. So this, I'm going to go. So yeah, if you support me on YouTube Gaming by clicking that sponsor button, then you can gain access to this server. You can hang out with me when I actually do the live stream, or you could just log in and do your own, survival build. We do reset the server periodically. This is not just a server that's up once and we never reset it. It does get reset periodically. A, because of bugs in versions of the mod pack creep up, or mods. And B, because periodically we need to make sure that we still have a good early game version of the mod pack. So it's kind of multi-purpose. But yeah, this is where my YouTube gamers and my YouTube gaming sponsors and my Patreon hang out, and they get to play here, and I pop on periodically every Wednesday. Like now, I step on and actually do my creative rebuilding stuff. Every once in a while, this will get replaced with some testing things because we have to. But for the most part, I absolutely dig the just being able to get a design, get an idea, and just pour it out of my brain onto the landscape and watch it come to fruition. So yeah, Botania has a tool for removing bushes. It does, but we don't have Botania. Doggeth, what's going on, man? Sacred Star of Milos was actually pretty good. I think I missed a part of the conversation. Hirumi Arakawa is the goddess of mangaka. The 03 series is good, but flawed, says JBB. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm lost. Chris Jackman says, oh crap, I'm late. Well, better late than never. Jonathan's here. As long as you're here, I need a blaze spawner. Heat index of 105. Woo! I'm not sure. I would have to look on my phone, but it's been almost 100 up here down here in Texas, because of summer starting to kick in and humidity and all that stuff. We get 100% humidity like most of the summer, and it is brutal. It turns a 90-degree Fahrenheit day into like 102. So yeah, it feels like you're walking around in a sauna all the time. To make matters worse, I just had to shell out $300 to actually pay for the air conditioner to get fixed in our car. That was great. I'm going to clear this out, and then we can take a step back and see what my madness is. Okay. So, outside wall, inside wall, interior courtyard. I will probably want to have a step down, which means I'm going to do, let's do it low for right now. How about that? We can bring it up later if we want to. Ah. Okay, I think that should be. Muy perfecto. That's it exactly. Okay, awesome. Tinkerers is in the mod pack. You can use hammer and for breaking non-wood. We don't have Tinkerers in the pack. We actually have Project E. It's got big hammer stuff, but I mean, I don't mind using block by block. I'm kosher. I'm copacetic. Torched up in the nether and didn't keep the. Have I been added to the test server, or are you still working on the list? Yeah, bro. I should have messaged you on the back end via YouTube. You might need to check your spam. I will re-message you. Wait a minute. Gabbro, are you on the League of Ordinary Gamers Discord? If you are, you need to ping me on there. You should have been sent a message, emails and stuff like that. Apu, just driving the windows down, $300. Not worth it unless it is humid. And yeah, that's the problem. Is that it's 100% humidity. ABB007, what's going on? How are you? My car has AC, but I live in England. I never get to use it because we have maybe 1 or 2 hot days a year here. About 8 or 9 months out of the year down here in Texas, the planet's trying to kill us. It's awesome. So, not really. And so yeah, we have to shell out $300 for AC. Have to get it fixed. My asthma does not like that. How late am I, says Dynex. Dynex, you're about an hour late. Okay. So we're actually going to have these things all the way around. I'm going to use a different block. Stop it. Let's do... There we go. Gotta mess with it some. I'm gonna use a different block from the main floor because I want to accent that step down. I want people to notice, oh hey. I think that is very, very important. That is a thing. Let's do this, do this, do this. Much better. So yeah. One of the last things I'm going to do is put windows on the Great Library. But I'm going to plan out where windows are going to be on each floor based on where certain alcoves are going to be for bookshelves and stuff like this. And I want it to have a lot of hidden corners and a lot of back, walkways and stuff like this, where little places where you could go and kind of hide, get lost in the back of the library. That's the whole point of this building. It's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors, plus attic space above it. It's supposed to feel pretty, monolithic, pretty big. With it. I love and hate carpenter's blocks stairs. absolutely adore and loathe them. Okay. Different color wood, different color strapping. But it will stand out. I want it to pop. I might change this. I don't know. I will probably regret doing all of these. But, hey. That's fine. I could put a little bit of a wool carpet on these to give them some treading. You know, like really nice stairs do, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. Isn't this fun? This is the kind of carpenter's work that could drive a normal person mad. Thankfully, I'm already mad. Okay. Just gonna chug along. We're almost finished. There we go. Nice lighter accent on the step down. We'll have a darker floor coming out across that. Catch up on chat real quick. Certain spots, it's mosquito parasidio, says Zephyr Wind Spirit. 100% true. Daniel Scarpaccio says, at least in the south, the temperature is consistent. I live in the northeast, and the temperature is full of extremes, hot and cold. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm by myself today, Chris Jackman. All by myself. Where are you in the UK? Are you going to use the same pattern on the stairwells? Actually, no. I'm going to use a different block. I'm probably going to see if I can use either the catwalk or the maybe some iron grating kind of looking block. I want the actual stairwells to look like a metal frame, kind of like wrought iron stairs. You know, I want those. That's what I want the actual spiral staircases to look like. So I don't know how I'm going to make those yet. We'll get to that point though. Which texture is that? Oh, the one I just put down on the stair blocks? That is iron framed great wood. It's an infusion stabilizer. Domic Bases adds it, and I love it. It's great. Domic Bases actually adds a lot of really interesting looking blocks. This is what Darrell loves his 9x9s. Yep. Steel look instead of wood. Yeah, basically. So now, if I wanted to, I could get this and just... I do. Row mode. I'm not sure I know what that means. Oh, 25 blocks mode. That's what I was looking for. Is that? Yep. Okay. Ah. So then we just come over here. See, this goes in really quick. You just pull out a builder's wand. Just do one pass around. Before you know it, we've got flooring galoring. You heard me. Okay. ground floor of the Great Library. Done. Now I would try and do something like figuring out, nope, messed it up. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So basically, there. That should be. No. There we go. Those will be doorways into the actual central thing. I might put some planters in here, but honestly, I'm considering just growing a really big tree in here, right in the middle. Just a big tree. And have it be kind of one of those things where it looks like the whole building was built around the tree. I might even step the grass down a little bit towards the middle. Have that kind of same kind of wellish kind of contour down going on. Let's see. What has a great connected texture? Hang on a sec. Oh. Zephyr Windspirit says it's got a great connected texture. I guess. Unless you're talking about this flooring. I love the flooring because it just... Knock, knock, knock. Building wand, always helpful. Yes, please. Thank you very much. The coffee fairy is here. Greylock, I still don't understand why there's no Thaumium banded great wood block in the pack, as it has both Chisel 2 and Thaumcraft. I'm not sure. Sacred Rubber Tree. Oh god, that'd be a little too much. I need a little bit more kick in my life. Let's do that one. Try the Gold Banded Obsidian. Wait, what? Gold Banded Obsidian? No. What? Obsidian? What are you guys talking about? Gold Banded Obsidian. Gold Etched Obsidian? Are you talking about wands? I lost the plot here. Of course, Sacred Rubber Tree in the middle. I'm not sure if that's going to work. We'll see. Nah. Yeah, what are you guys talking about, Shadowstar? I have lost the plot point here. I'm going to leave that right there, which means if we did... Nice, cozy little doors. What I might even consider doing... Nope. That's it. That's what it needs. I like that. The structure's going to be huge. The etched obsidian, gold etched obsidian. What do I use that for? Are you talking to somebody else about using that? Gold etched obsidian you looked at a minute ago. Yeah. There's a Thaumium banded wood. It's chiseled Thaumium block. Forgot the name of it. Used it today myself in the LP. Oh, they're talking about decorative chisel blocks. Never mind. Never mind. You never mind. Gold etched, crying obsidian. That doesn't sound creepy at all. Okay. So. I now do what I've always done. I'm going to start mapping out. And what do I map out best in? Dirt. Dirt or wool? Wool's actually really good also. You can swap it out later, but basically, yes. Nope. Think I want 3 tall. And basically, corners like this would just be lined like this with bookshelves. Right? And then I might actually do a vertical stack right there. So when you're walking in, it's kind of like you could, you know, or something. Maybe. Nope, that's going to look too big. We'll see. Anyway, I want to have a little bit of an indentation. So you come in these little alcoves. I might put chairs here that you could sit on, or I just put a little table right there and you could walk around it, get books. We could see if we could find a way to put a book on the actual thing. And I'm going to have repeating alcoves all the way over here, which means now what I need to figure out, that is 1, 2, 3, like this, and then we went like this. I know it looks horrible as dirt, just bear with me. Yep. Okay. It's going to take up one of the last things I'm going to probably do is figure out what kind of bookshelves I want. Because that's going to be really hard. It's going to be aesthetics. It's going to be mix and match. It's going to be a lot of stuff like this. Okay, this is going to be a long stretch. Basically, once I get these done, I can actually, once I have this dirt down, I can literally, let's do it. I want a tight squeeze. Not that tight of a squeeze. And I want I gotta look at it for a second. Old school MC sounds. I really miss those. Logically, you need something to support the roof on this massive structure. You're 100% correct, which is one of the reasons why I have to step down and one of the reasons why I have this huge chunk of space right here in the corners. Because basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a page from our support beams here, but I'm going to make it bigger. We are going to actually have a stone support beam that's going to be a stone support structure that is going to be going up. Let's see if I do it right here. It's going to go straight up. You see that curved edge? Basically, this is going to be the center of a spire that is going to, a rounded spire that's going to pull up off the roof. And you're going to see it come up off of a kind of a flat roof behind a wall, but you'll see these 4 spires come up at the corners. Those 4 spires are going to be centered on the support pillars that are going to go through each floor. Did I just say konnichiwa? What? Oh, somebody else did. All the greatest minds build in dirt, says Zephyr Spirit. Thank you. I'll see you later, JVB. Hope the headache gets better. Yeah, you could put enchanting tables in corners. I could. I'll probably put those in some of the upper levels, though. Yeah. Hey, Montana Rodriguez. What's going on? I used Google Translate. The 2 highs look weird. They do look weird, but that's intentional because over here, what I want to do is I want to have little objects put up on here. So when you're walking around, they'll be slightly above head level, but not too much above head level. So basically, you might have a little globe right here. You might be like a little, I don't know, frame with a map on it standing up or something. A little piece of, kitsch. It's going to be they're supposed to be like little relics or whatever. Like if I could just get a helmet and set it on a table, I might have one there and stuff like this. Down here in this lower section, I'm going to have some 2 high bookshelves. And in between them, they're going to map out some squares, like what I'll probably do. I'm not going to have any directly against that wall. Or will I?
Yay!
Somebody with a complicated name, Blogs and Gaming, I think it was. Subscribe. Thank you very much for the subscription. Jess Blue, Blogs and Gaming. Make transmutation circles with bookcases. That's a tempting idea, actually. If I do this. Three wide? Yep, 3 wide. So if I did that, we could actually do a little seating area, a table with some benches or some sofas around it or whatever in the corners, right like that. This place is going to have a lot of seating. I mean, it's going to be a situation where this is supposed to have been one of the central repositories of knowledge and artifacts for a community, a big community. So like the upper levels, I'm going to have less bookcases and I'm going to have more weird stuff. It's going to be like strange suits of armor that are on display. It's going to be half library, half museum, basically. You can always use multiple different types of bookshelves. Oh, yes, Dynix, I'm actually going to do that. If we do it, look up bookshelf. Bookshelf. There we go. Okay. First of all, let's just get some. Hang on a sec. I'm going to move a whole bunch of this out of the way. Okay. You can go up there. And you can go up there. Okay, we actually have a lot of different options at our disposal, right? Yeah. And these are just 3 different kinds right here. This is actually a normal vanilla bookshelf. We actually have, go away, Steam, close. Enchanting bookshelves, specifically from Automagy, and ensorcelled bookshelves from Automagy that have higher values for things. Then we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different kinds over here. So if we make a line over here, let's do, and then we go like this. See, those connect really nicely. Is that? Yeah. And then we do this. So you see, these have books and maps and other provisions on them. Historian's bookshelf. This is supposed to be like a stone that's got stuff chiseled into it. And these are scrolls, but these are also books. On this, it's nice, orderly, boring pastel books. This one has got more, the hoarder's shelf, which has got miscellaneous things on it. Dust, cobwebs, abandoned. This is the red tomes. So the bottom floors are going to be like this stuff, these maybe. I'm probably just going to stick with this one specifically because then I could use this and this and this and it'll all go together. I don't have to worry about different colors of bookshelves. But we have lots of options of bookshelves. Yes. How am I watching a stream at 2 times speed? It says live. I can only go so fast, nerd. You can't push me any farther. Steam and Navi voice. Hey, look at me, listen, hey. This channel, what means of VC3? VC3, Omer Toady asks, I'm sorry, I'm new to this channel. What does VC3 mean? VC3 is basically Vaygrim's Chance 3. VC3 is, the name of my channel is Vaygrim's Chance. And the main kind of like flagship series that I have is my Minecraft series called Vaygrim's Chance. It's named after the channel. And we're on Season 3. Vaygrim's Chance 3. VC3. That's what it means. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Casey. KC118 says, God, I like all the bookshelves, to be honest. There's a lot of good options here. I just can't mix and match. Like with these are good, but I can't just put a whole wall of these side by side because you're going to have skull, 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 skull. It's going to look weird. So I have to very carefully plan them. So a lot of the bookshelves are probably going to be going in last. Honestly, I just have to figure out where I want to put them. So, I mean, that's the hard part, but we have tons of options at our disposal. So many options of bookshelves. That's one problem we got licked. That's easy. I'm gonna put you right there. Okay, but basically, when you're coming in here, I want you to immediately, like, wall of bookshelves, you know? Like, oh, and you're looking up and you're looking down here. There's going to be bookshelves all the way down. There's going to be windows at different points, all the way around this. So, I mean, you know, when you walk out here and you're going to step down, there's going to be a big pillar. I think here. It's going to have to be in front of the door. So you're going to have to look around it some. But basically, there's supposed to be like stuff blocking your vision at every go. Whether it's a support pillar, a main pillar for the building, or whether it's going to be, whatever. And don't forget, this is not just going to be a big hollow box. We're actually going to have this nice interior wall. Look at this. And on the higher floors, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have open little kind of like mini balconies. It's basically only one person deep. It's going to be where you could open the window and kind of lean out, but you still have a safety railing in front of the window. I'm going to do a lot of those. So this is not just going to be a one big square cube. There will be support stuff. There's going to be floors in between. And we could do, if we don't want to do the support pillar right here, we could actually do archways and a little bit of stuff like that at various points. But yeah, it's not going to be a big hollow box. We don't have to worry about that. There are many options for bookshelves and books, yeah. Necromancer's bookshelves looked bad if you ever use it. Exactly, Daniel. Just have a subscriber. Thank you very much for subscribing. The Necromancer's bookshelf. Pick 3 to 4 bookshelves per level to break up the monotony. Yes, that's the idea. And basically, as we get higher and higher, like, okay. Right? This would be the bottom floor. And then, like, the next floor up might be... Then the next floor up, let's get this and redo it. And we would do, it would actually be, actually, I'd probably still use some of these. And then this floor would be, and then if we had another floor, we could do maybe some of these again and a few of these. You see? It's like they slowly get more dull and more cluttered the higher up in the structure you get. That's what it's supposed to look like. Bookshelves, several floors higher than mezzanine levels. Basically, I'm going to have, this is the floor. So this is the floor level for the next floor up. And then up here. Now here's the thing, this is not going to just stretch all the way across from here to here. There's going to be big openings. Like what I'd like to do is have an opening around, if I do the pillar, the support pillar, I'll have an opening around the pillar where you could go up to a railing and look down against the pillar to kind of see all the way down the pillar. If I don't do the pillar, then we're going to have staircases right here, spiral staircases, and they will have some open space around them as well. Vanilla bookshelves clash horribly. That's kind of the point, Daniel. These are books that are supposed to be from across, different parts of the world, so to speak. The Thaumcraft high-end bookshelves. Yeah, but if they're not oak, it won't go with the rest of the system. Let's see. Daniel Scarpacci says tables and chairs and maybe pedestals. We don't have Ars Magica 2. Nope. Has a lectern, but we have lecterns in Bibliocraft. And Bibliocraft has stuff. That's the thing. We can actually do bookshelves in Bibliocraft. And Bibliocraft, let's look at Bibliocraft real quick. At Biblio. Okay, oak bookcase, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Creative mode only. No. Yeah, here we go. Watch this. They're all different. But they have a limited selection of books to use. Problem number 2 is they're not the same depth as the actual vanilla bookshelves. So you end up with this really weird kind of look. But the cool part about this is that you can actually walk up to these and pull these off. Family Adventure, and it's got 8 pages of random text. I can walk up to this book and shift, right click. No, it's okay. Thank you very much, Coffee Fairy. Everybody be nice to Jen when she gets back to chat. So I could right click on this, pull a book off, and it's Angel Flames, and it's got 8 pages of story in there. This is very cool. I love this because we could do the entire library this way, but then we can't use all of those because it looks weird. Or if I can, I have to do these like what I could do. What did I do with that? Here it is, right here. And let's get this and move it out of the way. Okay. Ah. But then back here, thoughts, opinions? Age is irrelevant to fun. Thank you very, very much. Oh, we had a troll, and I missed it. Coffee Fairy's back, ladies and gentlemen. In large quantities, all the books warp space and time around them. The longer you stay around them, the faster time goes past. Terry Pratchett. Thank you very much, Gabro. Have the Bibliocraft books against the walls. That's what I'm thinking, because then, if we wanted to, we could go, and then we get, let's say, now this is going to look a little weird, but, you see, how we can mix and match those, and people could actually come up here, and shift right click. Healing Lords off in the plains lies a medium village known as Pile. Pile is known as the house over the plains to those nearby. Pile has extravagant stores, a kind hunter protector, and a warm farmer's market, etc., etc., etc. So yeah. Now if we do that, if we mix and match, we have even more options at our disposal. Even more. Which is why the books are probably going to go in last. I think I have to build the building. I need to build the house and then fill it with books. Preacher snuck in. You let that guy in. Put pillars in the corners of the bookcases. Yes, actually. That is something I am considering. I was thinking about that. Because then I could actually bring this out and we could go... And then we could use half slabs out here. Do I have a half slab? Really? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's get wild and wacky. Hang on a sec. Whoa. Let's get those off the bar and those off the bar. Let's put these back on the bar. Do this. Then if I wanted to, I could go, boom. It really accents the difference between these and these, though. That's my only problem with them. We can do framed. Yeah, we can frame bookshelves. If I wanted to, I could pick a completely different wood and frame a whole bunch of these custom bookshelves. Yeah. But then we couldn't use any of the custom ones. We couldn't use any of the chisel ones. We would only be able to use those custom ones through the whole library. The bookshelves have to have the same kind of wood. Otherwise, it's going to drive me bonkers. Actually, I would love to, if somebody wants to go plead on my behalf, if they want to go plead to the Bibliocraft mod dev about making some of the custom bookshelves that are full block, I would love that. But right now, I don't think that's a thing in this mod. See, there's framed. That's framed, and that's a half thickness. I don't know what to call it. Yeah. There are no custom wood framings on these things. They have to have this boring oak top. So if we want to use any of this with these, then we can't custom frame it. Trying a creative shelf with great wood. Oh no, I can, Zephyr, but that's the point, is if I do great wood on a creative shelf, one of these, I can't use these. Because these only come in oak. We can get bookshelves for any color wood. That's not the problem. The problem is the chisel bookshelves. The chisel bookshelves only come in oak. That's it. You can bump the Bibliocraft bookshelves forward with a screw gun. What? Hang on. Oh my God! I didn't know this was a thing. Holy crap. That's it. That solves the problem. That means we don't have to worry about the pillar peek out. That is friggin' brilliant. I love that. I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you, Dynex. Screw gun. Yeah, mind blown. 100%. That's awesome. Then all I have to do is I can get a thin layer of, like, let's say, carpet. Red carpet, whatever. And see, then I can have candle fixtures hanging on the walls up here. Or we could do pictures and artwork up here above the actual bookshelves. You know, a little painting here, a little painting there. I can't use the... Oh, God. I've ruined everything. I can't use the carpet if I want to put anything up here. But, I mean, most people are never going to see this. This little peek back thing right here. So I'm not worried about that. This looks great. This is the angle I'm worried about. Right here. And see, I can't see that little peek out anymore, which is just oak carpet. Yeah, I could make oak carpet. It's called a cover, but whatever. Dynex Messero won the stream. Yep. Do dark gray stone covers. What, across the top? No, here's my point, right? It doesn't matter what I put up here. I could use oak. I could use red carpet, green carpet, whatever. If I want to get a picture, like, what is it? What do they call it? Painting. Man, my brain didn't want to work. Okay, so like Minecraft paintings, I can only do a 1 block tall painting. You see? I can't do... Wait a minute. Never mind, problem solved. It ignores carpet. Carpet's not solid. I forgot about that. So we can use carpet up there. We can't use covers or microblocks up there. That won't work, but we can use carpet. Because again, somebody down here is going to see the bottom... They're not going to see the bottom 10% of the painting. So I don't care if it clips in the carpet like this. That's fine. Man, there are a lot of little weird things today. I could do that. I could do, what is this, red? I could do red. I could do green. I could do dark blue. Brown carpet. I've always felt that green carpet is something that belongs in a library. Really? Green carpet. Not too loud. Doesn't really pop. It kind of blends in. Chisel carpets. Chisel carpets are going to be wasted because you're only going to see the side. Like if I do this, here, I'll show you. For one, it has connected texture. For two, down here, it just looks really thin and blotchy. You're not going to see the top of it. So it may as well be one actual color. Mind on the floor in pieces. Every time my parents moved into a new place, only twice that I recall, was when growing up, half the place had some form of green in it. Yep, not the place to fish for subs, DS Gaming. Sorry. Dark green tiles and green walls, green appliances. That's the kitchen I grew up in, I think. My mom used to complain about it. It's called avocado green, I think, or something like that. Okay, color coding the sections I like, but I'm not doing that. Somebody else is going to have to help. That's Zephyr Wind Spirit's idea. Green is 270s. Green is a very thoughtful color. Yeah, color coding could be awesome per floor, per area, but I'm not going to do that. Somebody else is going to have to help with it. But the point is, we can actually use this carpeting up here, which is awesome, because we can put it across the top. Like down here, if I wanted to, let's go to... Pitch. See? Artwork, a little bit dotted all the way around the place, little bits here and there, tall ones, small ones, little bits of like kitsch up above, like, you know, a snow globe here. Maybe it's from some other part of the world. It's rare. a globe, or you know, a pen and quill set, or stuff like that. You know, little things. I want to have some cabinets down here that actually have like some weapons in them. Some of those glass. I don't know if we have any of those. Cabinet. Cabinet. No, what is it called? A show display case? Display. No, we don't have any of those. Those were from crafting pillars, if I remember right. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But anyway, I want to put stuff under glass. Daniel, you're using caps too much. Watch the caps lock. DS Gaming got banned for something. Totally missed it. Moderators are on point, man. Don't mess with my mods. This is, I think, the busiest we've had in terms of trolls and messages being deleted. I think this is the busiest we've had in a while. Lower down on the globe, think of us short players here. Dewey Decimal System. I don't know the Dewey Decimal System, but I'll probably put, like, I don't know, if somebody wants to go through and do this entire building and they want to Dewey Decimal it, I'm not going to stop them. I'm not going to do it, but I'm not going to stop them. Boop. This globe is not for using. It's not for touching. That's why it's 3 blocks high and not 2 blocks high. It'd be cool if you could choose height and body shape in Minecraft. It would be, but so let's get this, pitch that. And like something I want to take into consideration on these floors is somewhere in some of these floors, I want to have like a bookshelf and going up like this, you know, like, you know how those, like over here, this is a 3x3 grid. Instead, I want to have that as a window and have this come out, you know, and this would actually be a support pillar, but whatever. Little windows peeking out. I want lots of those dotting around all floors all the way up. It's just going to be, the lighting is going to be worse and worse as you get up into it. It's going to be darker and darker. Yeah, I figured we're going to have some tables dotted around the corners with typewriters. Well, okay. Dynex Mesero says, you could make a few Thaumcraft research tables. There are some scribing tools and or typewriters on them. I figured we're going to have some typewriters going up and down in different parts of the library. They're going to be like 2 or 3, maybe like 1 in each corner area per floor, you know? Like, you know, there's one over here somewhere, there's one over there somewhere. And so they'd be going up. There'd be the typewriters with the kind of the research desk on it going up. I just didn't know how I would do it. Using the Thaumcraft research table is actually a really good idea, though. Yeah, I like that idea.
I am who I say I am.
Avoidance Protocol says, so are you going to move the stairs steps back a bit? Because as far as usability goes, imagine looking at books and forgetting where you are. I'd step back and fall off the stairs. I'm not dead set on this distance here. That was an initial guess, but I can move it out too if I wanted to, yeah. But honestly, in terms of architecture, this is supposed to be older world. The last thing those people cared about was lawsuits. So, technically speaking, the architects that would be building this wouldn't care. Just remember that. Yeah, I need to hire Dynex for ideas or something. Dave Dolphin 1, hi. How you doing? Comic librarians, yep. Zephyr, I'd step back from the shelves and fall, look at an entire book and get absorbed. Thomit Golems with top hats and bow ties moving books around. I don't know how to do that. No. I do know how to do that. That is a thing, yes. I'm not sure what the visibility distance is on some of those guys. We'd have to put glasses on them. But yeah, you could actually have them cycling books from A to B to A to B to A to B. Yeah, it's true. Hipster coffee bar. No. No. DecoCraft might have computers. It has computers, but we've also got typewriters. It's got laptops in DecoCraft and computers, but we've also got typewriters. There's the old black typewriter. It's not where I would have it, but whatever. Oh, there's a dumb trick with these things. Hang on a sec. What is it? Let's get ink. And let's get paper. I think if you right-click with some ink, I'm just right-clicking. The Dark Giant by Vaygrim. Dun, dun, dun. This is why I like the typewriters. They're awesome. They're amazing. They crank out random stories. Make a Pokemon arena in the library. It's not the way this works, Dave.
Exhale.
Sorry, Dave. No Pokemans. Boop. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing that we're going to have to choose. I have to choose early on. Are we going to have typewriters? This is supposed to be more gothic, more old architecture. I would figure this kind of place would be a pen and quill kind of place. However, some of the chairs and furniture are going to be slightly more modern because I can't avoid it. All I've got to work with is DecoCraft and Bibliocraft. And that would be, you know, so some of the stuff is going to look more modern in terms of furniture. Some of the artwork would technically look a little bit more modern in style, but it is supposed to be a more gothic kind of a vibe, a more gothic feel of Cathedral. Yes, that is true. Samuel Davidson, what's going on? You just logged into the server. I just saw you. Actually, yes, I want to do a printing press in the upper floors, Preach. That's what I want to do. I want to get several printing presses set up with the actual plates and have some areas that looks like it's kind of bulk storage for some of the books or stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I want to do on the top floors. Use immersive press as a printing press. Oh, immersive engineering. Yeah, the immersive engineering mechanical press. That would be weird, and it would require power and be a little bit too mechanical for the field. Daniel, actually, that's what I'm going to be doing. The basic idea is going to be probably over here-ish. There'll be another one over there. And then there will probably be another one on this wall towards that corner. And the same over there. Right about here-ish, I'm going to make it to where there's going to be a 2-block high section of bookshelves. Almost lost the plot there for a second. That will basically, there'll probably be some that will be out, sticking out a little bit. Like, okay, for example, over here, I would have it to where these would actually drop down. They'll pull down. The whole line of bookshelves will just and then we could secret door in that way. Option number 2 is to actually put a hatch in the floor. But hatch doesn't feel very secret-y to me. It just, you know, not really. So basically, on this wall, there's gonna be, let me use this. Two, three. I don't know what to call them, so I'm going to use a vague human body shape. Basically hips. Right? These things that are sticking off the building, they're actually going to have, they'll go out another level. These would actually be either stairs or half slabs coming out. That look like they're kind of some kind of support feed. What these are actually going to be are ways to hide some of the actual bump outs. Now, option number 2 is instead of doing these things, having these kind of like big feet things, we actually bring... Let me look at this up here.
Yay!
Clemens, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the stream. We're at 9431. We're trucking. Printing presses are very heavy. How realistic are we going with this? I had a printing press in my garage, weighed about 3 tons. It's actually a good point. So we could go the other direction. We could have the printing presses in the basement. What do you think? Good point, though. Slotted bookshelves and bookcases can power secret doors. Exactly. So that's the thing. If we can set it up right with the redstone, I'd like to have a part of the bookshelves drop down or move away or something like that. I'm not sure how yet, but I'm still figuring that out. So option number 2 is we fudge on this right here. Okay? I'm going to use this darker block so you can see what I'm talking about. But we do, and then we do. Thanks. I don't like that. Oh, I know where I messed up. Hang on a sec. Woo! Okay. So, option number 2. Oh, actually, that was the right one. And then let's do... this is gonna be... And I'm just gonna borrow this one right here. Okay, option number 2 is to fudge the shape of this slightly outside, right? I could do that. So now instead of it looking like it's just this and it curves in, it could look like the wall comes out slightly. And I would use a different color. I would use this color brick. I'm just doing this to accent. But it looks like it could bump out and then round. And what we can do is we could actually hide in here. And we could put the actual secret entrances into the corners. And we could just hide a ladder straight down into the catacombs. And we could do that at all 4 corners. So that is a thought. Basically, fudge the corners. That's how we can do it. Yeah, there is actually a printing press in Bibliocraft. A lot of people don't know about it. If you get an enchanted book, like a Fortune 3 book, you can use Bibliocraft to copy that book. It's really easy. Super easy. I had bookshelves, whole bookshelves of books that I would randomly enchant with MFR, strip the enchants off and put it onto a book with MFR, and then you could actually, once you get a copy of a book you didn't have, with a random enchant, you could use copies of that. I mean, use that book to make copies and fill the library with it. It was awesome. So yeah, basically, I have a couple of ideas on how to do the secret doors. I'm just not sure how I want to do it yet. Still figuring that one out. Yeah, actually, I'm going to leave this here for the time being. This is a spitball of an idea. Maybe. And see, you could... No. To kind of, lessen the curve a little bit. graduate it a little bit more. If we wanted to, we could actually do stairs there in the corner. I mean, in the corners here. We could put pillars right there, like the actual microblock called a pillar, which is half of that. In the middle. Round out the actual, you know, edges a little bit more. But yeah, there's a lot of options for where we can hide it. But yes, what we're going to have under here is there's going to be a basement directly under this area. That's why we have all this space. There will be a basement. As a matter of fact, the basement will probably include all of this space right here. So, like, for example, in the middle of our outside courtyard, in the middle of this library, we're going to have that little courtyard. In the middle of the courtyard, I could put a well. Let's say the well was there originally, and it was built by the village, and they built the actual church around it, right? Little bitty well. And the well could actually be, like, it could go all the way down into this basement area. So you could see the running water or whatever. You know, I think that could be really cool. That could be interesting. That provokes thought, you know, like what's below that? What happens if you swim straight down? And that could be an entrance down here into this whole catacombs area. But this is going to be a sub-basement area. I mean, it's going to be a basement area right here. I might do a layer below this because this is a flat world, but I mean, I'm at Y level 65. So I've got tons of ground down here to actually work with. But there's going to be a basement down here, and then under here, we're actually going to have stairs going down that's going to be going into the crypt area and the catacombs under the church part. So this is going to be like basement storage. Like Preacher was talking about, we could get the Bibliocraft printing presses and put them down here, stuff like that. It's funny, I first started with Direwolf, but these days I prefer Vaygrim because honestly, Dire's bad at building pretty stuff. 9x9s get old pretty fast. Hey, you have to give some credit where credit is due. Direwolf's been doing it a lot longer. I'm surprised that man hasn't hit burnout a lot quicker. I mean, really. He's got creativity. He just doesn't want to use it. I've seen him be creative. I got proof. Okay, these would be... Yeah. We do this, that. And see, I could do these beams all the way across, all the way to there. I could meet them. Oh, actually, no, these have to be higher. Hang on. Duh. Let's do one over here. Hang on a sec. Okay, if I was going to have a bookshelf, it would meet up right here. I'm just going to do it on top. And see, we could use these as cross struts, cross beams, whatever. And we would do, that's not right. So you'd see these things. It's kind of like straps going across. I don't think I want to use that kind of a half slab. I think I would use a wooden half slab because I don't think they would use stone as a support beam. I think it'd be wood. But for now, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'll come up with something better later. So these are wrong. Because I want these over here to match up with the ones on the outside, not vice versa. And see, then there would be flooring. We're at the 2-hour mark. I just looked at the clock. Woo! I remember the short-lived creative building series Dyer did with Aurelian. He had some really good ideas. He did. Yeah. I'm glad I found Vaygrim through Direwolf. He's a fun YouTuber with a great community that I can help and support. Thank you very much, Dynix. I appreciate that. Dyer's more about the mod. Yes, Dyer gets into the nitty-gritty of the mods. So a lot for me is the world and the creative build. It is the build, like the house or the structure or the base, and the story and things I can fit within it. I work differently than Direwolf does. Direwolf is basically kind of like an inside out, and a lot of times I'm outside in. Basically. And I don't, hold it against him. The man is, still very much, I still very much look up at him because I look up to him for what he does because he is such a mature, responsible, adult influence on the community. He could have resorted to cheap tactics, clickbait. He could have resorted to dumb mods. He could have resorted to foul language. He doesn't have to watch what he says. He doesn't have to be such a nice guy. But he still maintains that after all these years. And that takes work. That is really hard. I cannot tell you how many channels I see soar straight past me because they actually switch to stuff like clickbait tactics or cheap or dumb mods, or they do R-rated games, but they don't age restrict the videos and stuff like that. I see tons of YouTube channels soaring straight past me in ratings. And I am not standing still, but I'm definitely not growing as fast as some of those channels are because I don't stoop to the same tactics. So I respect Direwolf for that. That's, yeah, use wood beams as part of the floor. I will, it's just gonna have to be a different kind of wood. I want it to stand out. Carpentered half slab. And put a dark oak log, not plank, as your support. Oh, we could actually use... I've got an idea. We'll use great wood logs again, like in the main building. Yeah, I've got an idea. Anyway. Your project has got me thinking of decorating my place with window boxes, as churches use them sometimes. Yeah, they do, actually, Samuel Davidson. Window boxes. We're going to have, out front... Let me switch back to camera real quick. Nope, wrong one. Out front, we've actually got these garden boxes that we're going to have with planting. These little gardening areas. Let's go back to the front of the building. These areas right here are going to be little planting spots for the community. So yeah, I think these came out really good. I can't wait to get stuff in them because if we use garden soil and the planters, we can fit more stuff in there. Somebody actually in the stream told me that. I learned that on the stream. So yeah, I think it's going to be cool. We are past. Only a few minutes past, but we're past the 2-hour mark. I really do want to thank everybody for swinging by, contributing, watching, and just generally joining in on stuff. I really love the Wednesday afternoon live stream has quickly become one of my favorites because it's a very chill, very communal kind of idea exchanging vibe. And I really like that. I think that's really cool. I think that's awesome. I've learned a lot like the screw gun tactic for Bibliocraft bookshelves. I didn't know that was a thing. I've barely ever had to use that screw gun. So, yeah. Yeah, see? And we're talking about Direwolf and influences and stuff like this. Let's see. Actually, in human scale, I think the beams would be made with stone. It's quite a distance span. Columns, if you're aiming for. Let's see. I like smaller YouTubers with integrity. I can relate well with them. Yeah, and Dark Preacher says, when I make a video, I try and think, would I show this to my son? I don't have kids, but, I mean, would I sit down and show one of my videos to a, 6-year-old or a 9-year-old or whatever? Minecraft and video gaming in general is still a thing that is marketed directly towards kids. So, yeah, Yeah, thank you. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. Great ideas again tonight, folks. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for swinging by. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to stop here in 4 hours' time. Watch another high stress, high death count stream of 7 Days to Die. It's going to be interesting. Basically, a couple of us had a lot of deaths right at the end of last stream, but hopefully we're getting settled in. We're going to get some things better set up this go around. We'll see though. But yeah, 4 hours from now, it's going to be 7 Days to Die again. 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I think we're on CDT right now. But basically Central Standard Time. Yeah, Central Daylight Time here in Houston. Is where I'm based. So it's going to be 8 p.m. CDT. And I will see you there, ? Otherwise, if you're a Minecrafty, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. is going to be Forgecraft again. It's going to be Forgecraft 1 under Minecraft 194. So yeah. Yep. Be here for 7 days to die this time, hopefully. Straw polling who dies first on 7 days to die. It's probably going to be me. Or Berg's due. Berg's pretty due for a death, I think. We'll see, though. I will catch you folks later. Have a good one. Thank you very much again. I am where I am because of my viewers and my community. Don't forget that. I'll see you later. Bye.